Hi students, welcome to another session of our 10th class physics. From the 7th chapter, that is classification of the elements periodic table, we were discussing about how the elements were arranged, okay, based on some strategy from the elements which were available at the time of their arrangement. Okay, in that we have discussed about the Dobrynin law of triads and what are the merits and demerits, and we have discussed about Newland's law of octaves, and we have discussed about what are the limitations for that and all in the last sessions. Today we are going to discuss about what is a Mendeleev periodic table. What is a Mendeleev periodic table? What made the Mendeleev to have the arrangement of the elements in a proper tabular form? Okay, what is the strategy is applied to have the existence of the elements in the form of this tabular form, and what is the main logic behind arranging the elements here like this? That's what we are going to discuss. That is, we will discuss about what are the achievements of this Mendeleev periodic table, and we will discuss what are the drawbacks of this Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, that is the agenda of today's session. Okay, all of you go to page number 126. This lesson have some segments where we have to read and understand. That's why we are going on a reading and understanding segment. Okay, if there is an explanation, I will go with the explanation also. Okay, Mendeleev's arrangement of the elements known at the time in a chart in a systematic order in the increasing order of their atomic weights. Refer to table 2 and modified periodic table and table 2a. Okay, see, Mendeleev arranged the elements known at the time in a chart in a systematic order in increasing order of the atomic weights. Okay, how he has arranged in an increasing order of their atomic weights. See, table 2, if you go, hydrogen atomic weight is 1, helium, lithium at 7, beryllium that is 9.4, boron 11, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, fluorine 19, again sodium 23, magnesium 24, aluminium 27.3, silicon 28, potassium 31, like that. Sulfur 32, chlorine 35.5, like that. See, this is phosphorus, phosphorus 31, potassium 39, calcium 40, like that is going to have arranged in a increasing order. Okay, is arranged in increasing order of the atomic weights which is being given in the table number 2. Okay, the same table is published in 1871. It again the Mendeleev he himself, okay, have done some changes for his periodic table of the old version, and he has prepared the table in this format, 2a form. Fine. See, what are the features of this arrangement of this modern periodic periodic table of Mendeleev? That's what we will have a glance look here. See, he divided the chart into 8 vertical columns known as group. Okay, he divided the chart into 8 vertical columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertical columns. In our previous discussions of Newland law of octaves, Newland horizontal rows has considered as group where they have similar properties, where all the elements which are present in the group have the similar properties, where Mendeleev has taken in another way. The vertical columns as a group he took. Okay, he divided the chart into 8 vertical columns and considered these vertical columns as groups. Okay, each group is again subdivided into subgroups. Okay, each divided is again further divided into subgroup, that is group A, subgroup A and subgroup B. Okay, see, this is group 1. Again this is divided into subgroups. Okay, this side elements as consisting of sub A and this side elements are consisting of B. And first group, this is A subgroup. First group B subgroup. Second group A subgroup. Second group B subgroup. A small, there is a small. Even though they have similar properties, even though these are all elements possessing the similar properties, as as we would have found a small difference even in that group of elements, he has categorized again, he made as a subgroups. Okay, and he refers that subgroups as A and B. Okay, he said that the elements in group has similar properties and element along the period, the horizontal row has different properties. Okay, whenever he is considering this group, they have similar properties. The elements which are present in a group, will possess the similar properties. That is, the properties of hydrogen, lithium, sodium, this potassium, this copper, these all have similar properties. Where the elements which are present in the horizontal row, this horizontal row he considered as period. Okay, vertical column has a group, horizontal row he considered as period. Okay, this lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, these all are elements is present in one period, some second period if it is. Second period consisting of these elements with different, dissimilar properties. These elements have dissimilar properties. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon has dissimilar properties, where hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium and copper has the similar properties. Okay, that is the element which are present in the vertical column, that is considered as group, has similar properties. The elements which are present in horizontal rows, that is called as periods, will have dissimilar properties. That's what is his explanation. Okay, the elements in the first column, for example, react with oxygen to form a compound with the general formula R2O. Okay, this is a very important thing that you have to keep in mind. How does he has the, what made him to have these elements as a group and these elements as a group and these elements as a group? Actually based on the chemical properties, and moreover the compound which is formed due to the reaction of those elements which are present in the group have the similar notation, similar expression. Okay, what is that? Is suppose R2O. Suppose hydrogen is reacting with oxygen. This R is the elements which are present in the group. R represents the elements which are present in the respective group. For example, I am talking about hydrogen is reacting with oxygen. Hydrogen is reacting with oxygen, if I say. Okay, hydrogens, if I say the valency and cation are, that ionic charge is +1. Okay, that is written as plus, that we already learned in 9th class. Oxygen's atomic charge is -2. Okay, ionic charge is -2. If we crisscross these values, that is H2O. That is H2O is a compound, water molecule is differing in the form of R2O. Is it not in the form of R2O? Yes, that means any value, any element you pick from this, if you pick from this group and if it is reacting with the oxygen, is going to give the compound in the form of R2O. See, H2O in the form of R2O. If I take one more element, that is potassium K. K has plus and oxygen -2. If we crisscross K2O, the compound is in the form of R2. Any element you take and if you have the respective ionic charge and if you crisscross, you will get in the form of R2O. That means he said that the elements which are there present in the respective group, if they are reacting with the oxygen, will have a similar expression of the compound which is going to form. Will have a defined expression, a well-defined expression when it is reacting with the oxygen. Okay. For example, if you are going to react with, consider with the second group, that is magnesium. If I take magnesium's ionic charge is Mg+2, oxygen is -2. 2 gets cancelled, that is crisscrossing, we are going to get MgO. R represents the elements which are present in the group. So RO, MgO form. Okay, for example here, if I take aluminium, that is +3, aluminium is +3, O -2, crisscross you get, Al +3, this is Al2O3. See, which is the compound which is in the form of R2O3. Fine. Okay, R2O3, that is R2O3, which is Al2O3 form. Suppose carbon, silica. If it is carbon is reacting with oxygen, sometimes it is going to give O2 form. See, carbon plus 4 or oxygen minus 2, it's getting cancelled. That is C plus 2 O minus, it will be crisscrossing CO2. Carbon dioxide will form in the form of carbon dioxide. Other than that, if it is reacting with if it is having the carbon is bonding with, if we are not able to see the establishment of bonding with oxygen in the form of RO2, if sometimes if it is reacting with hydrogen, it will be in the form of CH4, RH4. That is carbon if reacting with oxygen. That is carbon if it is reacting with carbon, if it is reacting with hydrogen, it's going to give the compound in the form of CH4. Okay. How this is going to form, that we will learn in 12th lesson. That is carbon and its compound. Treat that if it is carbon is reacting with oxygen, the chemical compound which is going to form will be in the form of CH4, that is RH4. If not with oxygen, if it is reacting, if the elements which are reacting with hydrogen are going to give the compound in the form of RH4. The same way, all respective group has, suppose the elements which are present in 5th group will form with, if they react with oxygen, R2O5 will get. If it is reacting with hydrogen, RH3 form they will get compound. 6th element, 6th group, RO3 form. Otherwise in the form of RH2 form. Or if it is 7th group, if it is reacting with oxygen, R2O7 form or RH form, if it is reacting with oxygen. 8th group, RO4 form the compound which are going to get. Okay, that is based. Mendeleev divided the 8 vertical columns such that they are going to have the same physical and chemical properties, and not only that, if the elements which are present in the group, in the respective group, are going to react with the oxygen, the compound which is going to form with all the elements which, when they are going to react with the oxygen, will have a similar representation or similar resemblance, or the chemical formula has a similar expression. That is RO in the form of RO, where R represent all the elements which are present in the group. Okay, that's what is the explanation is. See here. See, for example, see that is the second column I am writing. The elements in the first column, for example, reacting with the oxygen to form the compound with the general form of R2O. For example, lithium, sodium, that is potassium, when reacts with the oxygen forms. See, lithium is reacting with oxygen, is going to form Li2O. It is going to form Li2O. If it is reacting with sodium, Na2O will form. If it is going to react with potassium, it is going to form K2O respectively. The elements in the second column, have you understood this? See, respective Li2O, Na2O, K2O, that is R2O form, C2O, R2O form it will get. Copper we have different, that we will discuss. Okay, element of second column reacts with oxygen, forms the compounds in the general formula of RO. Second column RO it will form. Example, beryllium, magnesium, calcium when reacting with oxygen gives BeO. Be if reacting with oxygen BeO, magnesium MgO. Okay, calcium CaO, it is going to give in the form. Okay, Mendeleev tried to explain the similarity of the element in the same group in terms of their column valency. Okay, based on the valency, that respective valency, column valency, that is, it is column valency, what it is, +1, that is 1, it is +2, that is 2. Based on the valency, he want to describe the respective compounds which have its general formula. Okay, the periodic law. He made a periodic law here based on the Mendeleev's observation regarding to the properties of the elements in the periodic table. A law known as periodic law of the properties of the element was proposed. A law which has been proposed by the Mendeleev, which is referred by the periodic law in order to arrange these elements in a proper table. The law states that the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic function to their atomic weights. Okay, the law shows that the periodic functionality of the chemical and physical properties is due to their atomic weights, and table number 2 and table number 2a gives the arrangement of elements according to arrangement of elements according to the Mendeleev's observation. This is the first version which is being proposed. He himself modified and made the second version. Okay, now let's see what are the features and achievements of the table. Features and achievements. If we discuss about features and achievements, see groups and subgroups. One feature is group and subgroup that is being discussed. See, there are 8 vertical columns in the Mendeleev periodic table as groups. How many vertical columns? That is 8 vertical columns which is stated as groups. Okay, they are represented by the Roman letters. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are represented by the Roman numerals. Okay, numerals 1 to 8. Element present in the vertical column, that is group, have similar properties. The elements which are present in the vertical columns have the similar properties that already we have discussed. Each group is divided into 2 subgroups. A and B. The A and B. The elements within any subgroups resemble one another to a great extent. Of course, they all have the similar properties, but if as the subgroup elements, even they have very close resemblance. In the subgroups have even more close resemblance for their physical and chemical properties. Okay. For example, subgroup A elements, that is lithium, sodium. A elements, whenever we talk in this one subgroup A, lithium, sodium and potassium RBCS resembles each other very much in their properties. Okay, they will be very much close resemblance. In the subgroup elements will have very close resemblance. Next we have periods. First one is groups and subgroups, understood. Next, Mendeleev has defined this concept of periods. The horizontal rows in the Mendeleev's periodic table are called periods. The horizontal rows, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. These rows are considered in the table. If you see, these horizontal rows are considered as, if you see the table here, these horizontal rows are considered as periods. Okay, there are 7 periods in the table. How many periods are there? 7 periods. Observe that 7. It is been given in the Roman letters again. Of course, here 6th and 7th or 4th and 5th is grouped as 1. 6th and 7th is grouped as 1. 8th and 9th is grouped as 1. 10th one is separate. 7 periods are there total. Okay, there are 7 periods in the table which are denoted by the Arabic numerals 1 to 7. Elements in the period differ in their properties from one another. Okay, the elements which are present in the period will not have similar physical properties. They are different in their properties. Okay, a period comprises the entire range of elements after which property repeats themselves. Okay, the period has the different physical and chemical properties. The elements which are present in the period will possess different chemical and physical properties and chemical properties, and after completion of a period there will be repetition where the element is going to fall in the same group. One period has been completed. Next, after completion of that, the element which is been taken into the next period will fall in the group with the similar properties. Okay, now predicting the properties of missing elements. It's a very important thing that what is observation is predicting the he has predicted the properties of missing elements. That is based on the arrangement of the elements in the table. He has predicted some elements were missing at the left blank space at the appropriate place in the table. Mendeleev believed that some new element would be discovered definitely. He predicted that the properties of these new additional elements in advance purely depending on his table. He predicted the properties were almost same as observed properties of those elements after their discovery. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, he in his period, in his table, if you observe the third group, will have some gaps. Third group will have some gap, and fourth group has some gap. He gave the space. He left the space based on some his arrangement of the element, and he predicted that if the element which is going to be discovered later and is going to settle at this place will have the properties of the same element. Okay, properties of the same group. Some element will be discovered later. What it predicted before only. Some element is going to be discovered later, and if it is going to be settled at this place, at this point, it is going to have the same properties. Was his prediction? Before, prediction is nothing but before only he gave the space and he thought of some element is going to be definitely discovered later, is going to be settled at this place which is having the same property. It was his prediction. Okay, but to give the reference of this place, instead of giving a dash, just he added Eka, Eka, and just above the name Eka boron. What is this name? He prediction to refer this dash. He gave Eka to the just above element. Eka boron. This is boron. Eka boron. How it is referred as Eka aluminium. Eka aluminium. Eka aluminium. What is this name reference? Eka silicon. This gap is referred by adding Eka to the just above the element, that is Eka boron. This dash is given, added Eka to the just above this and given as this element name is Eka aluminium. This element name is referred as Eka boron. This element name is referred as Eka aluminium. Before they discover, okay, before they discover, he named the element tentatively by adding the prefix Eka, that is Sanskrit word of numerical 1, to the name of the element immediately above each empty space. See, each empty space, just above each empty space above that element, whatever it is present, we just added the Eka as a prefix. Okay, where in Sanskrit Eka is 1. Okay, Eka boron, just adding the Eka to the reference of this space gap, we added that. For this space which is left over, added Eka to the Eka aluminium, just above that, Eka silicon. These are all elements which is being referred by that name. Okay, the predicted properties of the element of Eka boron and Eka aluminium, Eka silicon were almost same as those of scandium, gallium and germanium respectively, which were discovered later. See, at this place there was Eka aluminium. See, the weight of the Mendeleev prediction was Eka aluminium and Eka silicon. If I take Eka aluminium and Eka silicon was the prediction. Atomic weight of Eka aluminium. Atomic weight of the Eka aluminium was 68. Okay, it is gallium actually. Eka. See, Eka boron is a reference name. Okay, that is giving the same properties of scandium. Eka aluminium is giving the properties of gallium. Eka silicon is giving the reference of germanium. So what this table? Eka aluminium predicted atomic weight is Eka aluminium's predicted one. Before the discovery, predicted Eka aluminium's atomic weight was 68. After the discovery of gallium is going to sit at this place. This place is gallium is going to sit at this place now. After discovery of the gallium, is having the approximate similar 69.2 approximate weight. Eka aluminium's density is 5.9. See that gallium's density after discovery the element, this is a Eka aluminium reference, but after discovery the element discovered is gallium, which is having the same properties of this one. This place it is going to occupy. Predicted was 5.9. After the prediction is observed was 5.94. Same. The formula was EA2O3. The formula was EA2O3, where the gallium's the formula of this was EA2O3, but after observation that is Ga2O3. Okay, same chemical formula which have the reference of the third group. Okay, see when the formula of chlorine, if it is reacting with chlorine, that is Eka EaCl3 was the predicted formula if it is reacting with chlorine. After that discovery, that is GaCl3 was the chemical formula when it is being discovered. Gallium was discovered. That is, before prediction, whatever are the atomic weights and whatever are the density and formula of oxide has been predicted by the Mendeleev and left some space. After the gallium is been discovered, as it is sitting this place, it is all possessing the same properties. See how much intelligent was the Mendeleev. Okay, before the discovery, he thought of there will be some element which is going to be discovered and has these properties already proposed. After the gallium is discovered, accurately it has been sitting and having the same properties of the third group. Okay. Now, correction of one more feature is correction of atomic weights. See, next feature of this Mendeleev periodic table is correction of atomic weights. I hope you understood this up to this place. He has divided into groups, 8 vertical columns as groups, and it has subgroups, horizontal rows, 7 horizontal rows as periods, and he predicted the properties of missing elements. And he gave the reference, this column is empty, he gave the reference of that empty column as Eka boron. Just above the name of, just above this blank, the name reference has been taken. It is boron. Just above that space has been given as Eka, and whatever the predicted properties were there, after that it is being taken as the same. Suppose Eka boron is referring to the scandium. Scandium, after discovery of scandium, it is being giving the properties of scandium is being similar to the Eka boron, where it is going to sit at this place or placed at this place. Now after that, Eka aluminium was the predicted element to be placed at this point, which is referred by this place as Eka boron, Eka aluminium. After discovery of gallium, is possessing the same properties and it is been placed at this point. Okay, and whenever it is reacting with oxygen, the respective octet, that is Eka oxides should be in the form of E2, that is E2 Eka aluminium, that is E2O3 in the form of E2O3. That gallium will be in the form of G2O3, like that it is being taken place. Okay, if it is forming chlorides, that is EaCl3. Eka aluminium is reacting with chlorine, EaCl3 is going to form. Whenever it is the gallium also after discovery of gallium, GaCl3 chlorides are formed in that manner. That's what is being discussed here. See, not only with that, Eka silicons. See, Eka silicons was atomic weight was 72. After the germanium discovery, it is 72.59. After the density 5.5, it is 5.47. The formula of oxide is ESO2. See that ESO2 Eka silicon. ES is Eka silicon. O2 is going to form, where germanium GeO2 has been formed. Chlorides CeSCl4 GeCl4 has been formed. Okay. That is, these were the predicted elements, these were the elements which were discovered. Before discovery only, he gave some space. The Mendeleev gave some space, left some space in its table arrangement, predicting some elements is going to be discovered later which will occupy these places. Fine. Next feature is correction of atomic weights. Next feature is correction of atomic weight is the next feature. See, at the time of Mendeleev, the atomic weight of example, the placement of elements in the Mendeleev periodic table in correcting the atomic weights of some elements like beryllium, indium and gold. That helped in correction of that element. What has happened for beryllium, for example? At the time of Mendeleev, the beryllium's atomic weight was assumed as 13.5. Okay, beryllium's atomic weight was at the time of Mendeleev was 13.5. But if concerning 13.5, you would have taken the concern of 13 point, atomic weight of the concern of 13.5, that would have been placed in another group. That would have been placed in, as it is 9, that is after that one. See here, in ascending order it has been placed. Go to this page of table. 1, after that 1 it is 7, after that is 9.4, then 11 and 12, like that it is going on. If it would have been 13.5, beryllium's atomic weight is 9 actually, it has been corrected by the Mendeleev. Before that it would have been 13.5. 13.5 means something after 11, 12, 13.5, it would have come and placed in 13.5 means would have been placed. Before that, boron would have been here, chlorine would have been here, as it is 11 and 12, carbon would have been here, as it is 11 and 12, and beryllium would have been placed here in this fourth group, as it is 13.5, before correction. But if it would have been placed here, Be, beryllium would have been placed here as it is 13.5, because it is 11 and 12, 11 will be here. If it is 13.5, 13.5 it will go, after 7 it will be 11, 12, 13.5 would have come here, treating beryllium's atomic weight as 13 if it is considered. If it would have been placed here, it was the wrong group, where all the elements which are there in this fourth group are not having the same properties of beryllium, where beryllium possesses the properties of the second group element. How to make this? How to have this beryllium in the second group? Because it is done by the correction of atomic weights. Before the Mendeleev, the atomic weight was calculated. The atomic weight was calculated. That is, atomic weight is equal to equivalent weight into valency. Equivalent weight into valency. Equivalent weight will be calculated experimentally. Equivalent weight of this was 4.5 into atomic weight of valency of that beryllium was thought. Before Mendeleev, it was thought that valency of that is 3. In considering that as valency 3, the atomic weight was calculated. The beryllium's atomic weight is calculated as 13.5. Actually, which was wrong. So beryllium corrected that the assumption of the observations of the beryllium atomic weight is being corrected by Mendeleev, treating the valency of beryllium as 2. That is, atomic weight is equal to equivalent weight into valency. That is 4.5 equivalent weight experimentally. Valency is equal to 2. That is equal to 9. Where it is the atomic weight of beryllium is being changed from 13.2 to 9. Where after changing the beryllium's atomic weight from 13.5 to 9, it is being placed in the second group. Which is following the same properties as it is going to fit in the proper group, in the correct group. Okay, it is change in the atomic weight also, correction of atomic weight also, a good achievement by the Mendeleev to place some elements in the correct groups. Okay, next one is anomalous. Fifth one is anomalous series. Anomalous series is, according to the Mendeleev, all the elements should be arranged in the proper order. Okay, that is increasing order of atomic weights. That is 1 after 2, 2, 3, 4, like that, increasing or ascending order of the atomic weights. Some anomalous series have been taken place in order to place the elements in the proper group. Even though it is not following the sequence, it has been changed. Some change has been taken place. What is that? Anomalous series is not following the series. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 after 5 should come. But if it is 4 after 5, suppose 4 after 5 would have been come, the fourth element is following this group. For example, to make you to understand this clarity, what is anomalous series means? Suppose some groups are present here. To get a clarity, I am just taking the help of the example here. Try to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth group, for example. One element is there which is following, which is the atomic weight of 14 and 15 atomic weights, for example. Okay, the element E1 and this is suppose EA and EB. Suppose, for example, what is anomalous series? That what I want to. Suppose element A is possessing the atomic weight is 14, EB is possessing the atomic weight as 15. For example, if it is being according to the ascending order, according to the increasing order of the atomic weight, they are not for EA is not having the properties of fourth group, EB is not having the properties of fifth group. It is not having. If it is not having, what he did, he changed this. Just he made a rearrangement, even though it is not satisfying the rule that all elements should be arranged in atomic ascending order of the atomic weights. He just made EB here with 15 and EA here as 14. He made this change. He made this change, arrangement of this anomalous series, because this EB element with the 15 atomic weight, for example, is going to suit, is going to settle or is going to fix, are going to possess all the properties of this fifth group. For example, this example I am going to take, what is meant by anomalous series, this is all example, don't take EB as 15 and EA as 14. Just I took example to make you to understand what is anomalous series. Okay, anomalous series is that whenever they are arranging the elements are arranging in the ascending order, we found that there is the interchanging of the elements, making the elements to sit in the proper group, even without considering of this ascending order of the atomic weights. Even though they are not following the ascending order of the atomic weights, to make them to sit in the proper group, it just interchanges the elements. Okay, that is called as anomalous series. See, anomalous is some anomalous series like tellurium, that is tellurium and I. Tellurium and I has been found here. Tellurium's atomic weight. See, anomalous series containing the elements more than, suppose tellurium atomic weight is 27.6 U, where iodine's atomic weight is 26.9 U. Okay, see the figure here. See the figure here in this page here, this table of which group of 6th and 7th if you concern. Tellurium is an approximate, at that time it was taken as 125 and 120. It's been given wrong printed here actually. This you have to change to this. See, tellurium is, you have to change this to tellurium, to change this to 127.6, iodine you change to 126.9. Okay. See, as there is a difference. See, they are not for it. Tellurium after iodine is coming, where the atomic weight is 127 is coming first and 126 later. Why this change has been taken place? Because this tellurium, if they are arranged interchanged, even though it is not following the order, tellurium is coming first and iodine next. Actually, iodine should come first and tellurium next, because of the increasing order of the 126 is smaller than 127. So 126 should come first. That means iodine should come first than the tellurium, but in the table tellurium has come first than the iodine. Why this? This is the anomalous series. Okay, anomalous series, because why this happened? Because tellurium, if it kept according to order, if it is interchanged, it is following 126 iodine first and tellurium next. It is not following the properties. They are not following the same physical and chemical properties of 6th group and 7th group. To make them to sit in the 6th group, in the respective group, they are interchanged. That is the anomalous series. Okay. See here. The anomalous series of the element tellurium and iodine were observed in the table. The anomalous series contain the elements more atomic numbers, like the element which contains more atomic number like tellurium is with 127.6 U, placed before the element less atomic weight like iodine 126.9 U. Before 126.9 U, it is 127 U has been taken place to make it to sit in the proper group. Why it is? Mendeleev accepted minor inversion in order of increasing order of the atomic weights, as this inversion result in the elements being placed in the correct group. Why he is accepted this minor interchanging? Because if this interchange been accepted, the element are going to be placed in the right group. Okay. It was an extraordinary thinking of the Mendeleev that made the chemistry to accept the periodic table, and organizing the Mendeleev more than anyone else has originated of the periodic law. He was the Mendeleev was given so much extreme idea and so much contribution to prepare the periodic table. He is the first one who created the group and periods, and he worked much more to have the establishment of to prepare the table. These are the features. See, groups and subgroups we have discussed, and periods, vertical call, horizontal rows as periods. We have 7 periods, and we have discussed about missing elements, predicting the missing elements, how that has been placed and how it is been referred. Next, correction of atomic weights, changing the atomic weights of the element to place them in the proper group. Okay. Next is anomalous series. Even though it is a minor inversion, it is accepted and it is taken as. These are the 5 features of a Mendeleev periodic table. Of course, Mendeleev periodic table has some limitations also. Okay. Limitations of Mendeleev, that is anomalous series, anomalous pair of elements. Actually, it is because this is also one drawback. This is a limitation. See, actually, elements should be arranged in ascending order of their atomic weights. This is also taken as one loophole, one drawback. Anomalous series, anomalous pair of elements. Certain elements of highest atomic weight precede these with the lower element. Okay, for example, tellurium atomic weight is 126 precedes iodine atomic weight of 126.9. That's what we have discussed. That is actually anomalous series is been taken as one feature. It is a feature also. It has been taken as limitation also. That is, more atomic weight is coming first. More atomic weight element is coming first. It is one minor some small loophole we can consider. And dissimilar elements were placed together. Some group were placed with the dissimilar elements. Element with dissimilar properties were placed in the same group as subgroup A and subgroup B. For example, alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. of a group A has little resemblance with the metals like Cu. Okay, these all have a little resemblance as Cu, Au, Ag in the second B. See, here if you take lithium, sodium and potassium has a little resemblance with the Cu, Au, Ag and Au. Okay, even they have a little resemblance. Also, they have been placed in that group, same group. That's what. See, chlorine of 7th A group and Mn of, that is manganese. Okay, sorry for that. Chlorine of 7th A group and Mn, manganese of 7th B group is of 7th B group, but chlorine is a non-metal, whereas manganese is a metal. Chlorine is a non-metal and manganese is a metal. Even though they have different physical properties, they have been placed in 7th group. Okay, that is, some elements of dissimilar properties also placed in the same group. These are the demerits or limitations of the Mendeleev periodic table. I hope you understood this session of features and limitations. 5 features: groups, subgroups, periods, predicting the missing elements and the properties of the missing elements, correcting the atomic weights due to make them to place in the correct group, and anomalous series, interchanging the order to make the elements to sit in that. And anomalous series is taken as limitation. Some elements with the dissimilar properties are going to have in the group. Okay, these are the 2 limitations of this Mendeleev periodic table. And Mendeleev is contributed so much, very huge content his observation has been provided to develop the modern periodic table which is in existence now. Okay, I hope you understood this session. Thank you. Have a nice day.